I'd like to take a few minutes and just talk a little bit about what I believe to be the number one top priority in Moore County Schools for a new board coming together in the fall, and that is recruitment and retention of staff. I really believe it's central to everything we do in the organization, and really any organization is only as good as the people doing the actual work day to day. You can have this great strategic plan, and I believe that the current board has a good strategic plan with some excellent goals, but those goals will not be successful if you don't have the right people in place doing the work. So I believe this takes top priority. And it's very important to note that I'm not just talking about teachers. Of course, teachers are very important. I feel that to my core. But also, let's not forget about our TAs, our SROs, our media specialists, our IT staff, our cafeteria workers, our bus drivers. We need to have a comprehensive approach to recruitment and retention. Now, when I say recruitment, that's pretty obvious. So you're bringing great people in. You're bringing high-quality people into the district in all those different areas. Retention is a little bit something that people may not be as familiar with. Basically, that's holding on to the people that you have that are really good in place. How are you keeping them in Moore County Schools? Both of those things work together, and they need to be a focus. So a couple things that I've got as far as ideas go. One thing is I would like to do a much better job of getting data and collecting data from folks that are leaving the system. I know firsthand, I left the system a little over 2 years ago. I filled out a survey, but I didn't really have an exit interview, and I believe that that's something that can be implemented and really get to know, exactly why people are leaving. What are the reasons? We can postulate and we can come up with anecdotal evidence, but until we have a way to really figure out why people are leaving, we don't really know the causes exactly and how that maps out. So I think that's one thing to do. I think we can also make that a part of our entry process with new folks coming in. Why are they choosing Moore County Schools? What brought them to us? And so we can really focus in on what we're doing well and making that better, and then also why are people leaving and how we can get to the root of those causes and produce action steps to really address what we're finding out. I also think, in accordance with that data, is kind of doing some tracking on that. Is making sure that we know which schools are we having more or less issues in. What are the reasons? What are they happening at different spots? What about different positions? Are there different reasons why people are leaving a principalship versus a teacher position versus a TA? I think we can do a better job with that, and I would like to see a push on that. I'd also like to consider making retention and recruitment a part of our school improvement planning process. So when schools come up with their school improvement plans, how are we working that into the process so that we're really keeping our eye on the ball on that? One thing that's kind of a truism in schools is if you really want something to get done, put it in the school improvement plan, because we're very accountable for those goals and the plans. Lastly, I just want to leave off by saying I don't believe this is something we need to hire outside people to do. I know for a fact we've got excellent people in the school system that know a lot about retention, recruitment, and strategies to make that better. And I think we can really pull on the expertise that we currently have in our system to really share that knowledge out and be more aggressive in taking action on that as a district. So, just a few minutes on retention and recruitment and some ideas that I've had. Of course, wanting to work more on those as we get closer to the election. And I hope you'll stay tuned for more in the future.